What does it really mean to be a rich wife in Singapore? Is it a vault of priceless Hermes bags? Is it owning the luxury hotels other people only dream of visiting? Or is it having a net worth so massive you can buy a skyscraper in the CBD? For the women on this list, it's all of the above. We're counting down 15 richest Singaporean wives, and the scale of their fortunes will leave you speechless. Number 15. Loo Tze Lui. First on our list is a woman who operates at the very center of Singapore's power structure, but not in the way you might think. Loo Tze Lui spent years in private banking before moving into family office work. She also served on the YMCA of Singapore board for several years until 2024. She is married to Lawrence Wong, Singapore's Prime Minister, and her background shows she was a capable, high-income professional long before becoming the Prime Minister's wife. Her position is defined by her professional background and her closeness to the country's top office, placing her in a household rooted in public service pay and financial knowledge. When it comes to lifestyle, what the public sees is deliberate understatement. She appears at state events in elegant, tailored outfits and travels with her husband on official visits, attending programs for the spouses of other world leaders. Her world is one of high diplomacy and closed-door briefings where the privilege is access. She sets the base of this list as a reminder that in Singapore, true elite status can look controlled, discreet, and close to policy. Number 14. Roshni Mahtani Cheung. While political influence is one form of power, building a tech company from the ground up requires a completely different set of skills. Roshni Mahtani Cheung is a media tech founder who built her own influence as the founder and group CEO of the Parentinc, the company behind the Asian parent and Mama's Choice. She is married to Darius Cheung, founder of the property platform 99.co, and together they form one of Singapore's standout tech founder couples. In 2022, the Parentinc announced a $29.7 million Series D funding round, confirming serious backing from major investors. Her husband's company, 99.co, has also raised significant money from regional venture capitalists. Most of their wealth sits in their own fast-growing companies, backed by strong regional investor networks, rather than in public rich list declarations. Number 13. Jamie Chua. Some on this list build their wealth through business. Our next woman became famous for how she spends her money after a high-profile divorce. Jamie Chua is a Singaporean socialite and one of the most visible luxury figures in the country. She first came into serious wealth through her marriage to Indonesian businessman Nurdin Quaka. During their divorce, about 93 million of his assets were reportedly frozen by the Singapore High Court, a detail widely cited in regional media that gave a concrete sense of the money involved. Since then, she has turned her public image into a business. She lives in a Sentosa Cove property that has been featured in numerous media tours, showing off a sprawling home with a pool and interiors built around her extensive collections. She famously maintains a climate-controlled vault for a vast Hermes, Birkin, and Kelly collection, alongside fine jewelry and high-fashion clothing. Her income now comes from social media, endorsements, and other ventures built on her personal brand. Her status in this ranking is grounded in visible, verifiable assets. She owns ultra-prime real estate and one of the region's most valuable handbag collections. She also maintains a sustained track record of high-end travel and hosting. This places her in genuine high-net-worth territory, above typical influencers but still below the dynastic fortunes further up the list. Number 12. Anastasia Tiendri Liu. A vault full of designer bags is one kind of luxury. Building a beloved national brand that everyone recognizes is another. Anastasia Tiendri Liu is the founder and matriarch of Bengawan Solo, one of Singapore's most beloved heritage brands. Starting from her HDB kitchen in the late 1970s, she and her husband Henry Liu expanded it into a chain of over 40 outlets, including a powerful presence at Changi Airport. A 2025 report noted that Bengawan Solo generated about 76 million in revenue in 2024, with over half of those sales coming from just 5 airport outlets. For a tightly held family business with strong profits and such brand dominance, that implies significant and durable wealth. Her luxury is quiet and deeply secure. She owns a cash-rich, culturally iconic business that gives her the ability to hold good landed property. It also provides the room to support her staff loyally and give back to the community. Financially, her position is more solid and defensible than many louder, social media rich stories. Number 11. Loo Tze Lui. A beloved local brand is one path to wealth. Another is operating at the very top of corporate law and marrying into one of the nation's most powerful families. Loo Tze Lui sits at the intersection of professional and political history. She is the eldest daughter of respected economist Lim Chong Ya and is married to Lee Hsien Yang, the younger son of Singapore's founding Prime Minister, Lee Kuan Yew. She founded Stamford Law Corporation, which later merged into Morgan Lewis Stamford, and has advised on major IPOs and cross-border deals. This is exactly the kind of work that commands top-tier fees and partnership profits. Her husband's roles at major companies like Singtel and the Civil Aviation Authority of Singapore also added substantial pay and stock ownership over the decades. Public coverage in recent years has focused more on family disputes and disciplinary findings than lifestyle showcases. But taken together, their profiles and roles place them among Singapore's establishment elite with significant professional and family resources. She belongs on this list as someone whose influence and resources come from both her own high-level practice and one of Singapore's most consequential families. Number 10. Ong Chi Ching. While some on this list inherited their wealth or married into it, our next woman built her wealth through boutique real estate and hospitality developments. Ong Chi Ching is a legally trained founder and executive chairman of KOP Limited. Her name is tied to projects such as Hamilton Scott's, with its famous Sky Garages, and the Montego Resorts brand. She has also been involved in other luxury residential and hospitality ventures. KOP itself has been a smaller cap company with a market value in the tens of millions of Singapore dollars. However, its projects sit in the high-end real estate and hospitality space, where single developments are worth 8- and 9-figure sums. Her wealth profile comes from creating deals, holding stakes, and managing assets. Her luxuries are built, not just consumed. She is associated with branded residences that have concierge service and develops resort properties marketed to wealthy regional travelers. Among the richest wives, she stands out because her name is on the developer side of luxury assets, not only on invitations. Number 9. Kim Lim. Creating your own developments is impressive. But what if you are the daughter of a billionaire and can spend money without a second thought? Kim Lim is the daughter of billionaire investor Peter Lim. His fortune came from early gains in Wilmar International, as well as healthcare, sports, and property, with Forbes estimating his wealth in this 2.4 to 2.7 billion range. On top of that, she has founded and invested in aesthetics and wellness businesses under her own brand. Her lifestyle is extremely well documented locally. She famously threw a 2-day Candy Carnival birthday party at Sentosa, which featured giant custom installations and some 10,000 toys and balloons. She is also known for luxury suite and hotel takeovers, as well as private jet trips with friends. Her wardrobes are full of high jewelry and couture. Her inclusion here rests on the combination of her clear access to a multi-billion-dollar family base and her active use of that platform to build her own ventures and persona. Even without a public personal net worth figure, Singaporean audiences recognize the scale from her documented events and connections. Number 8. Carolyn Chu. A private jet party is one way to show wealth. Another is to own the hotels where the parties happen. Carolyn Chu is the CEO and managing director of Worldwide Hotels Group. She is the daughter of founder Chu Chong Nguyen, one of Singapore's major self-made hotel magnates. Under her leadership, Worldwide Hotels has grown into Singapore's largest homegrown hotel group, with 41 properties and over 8,600 rooms. This portfolio represents more than 10% of the country's total hotel room inventory. Her father, Chu Chong Nguyen, is regularly listed by Forbes with a net worth of over 4 billion. Carolyn's wealth signal is her control over an institutional-scale portfolio. She oversees budget and mid-tier brands, major redevelopment projects, and international expansion. While she is relatively low profile socially, she is extremely significant economically. Her decisions move hundreds of millions in asset value and shape where huge numbers of visitors stay in Singapore. Number 7. Claire Chiang. While some families focus on budget hotels, Our next woman helped build an empire at the very peak of luxury travel. Claire Chiang co-founded Banyan Tree, now Banyan Group, with her husband Ho Kwon Ping. She began her career in academia and activism before becoming a driving force in building one of Asia's signature eco-luxury hospitality brands. Banyan Group is listed on the Singapore Exchange and has a market cap in the mid-hundreds of millions of Singapore dollars in 2025. This is backed by a portfolio of resorts, hotels, and spas in multiple countries across Asia, the Middle East, and beyond. The couple also holds interests and management rights beyond the listed company. Claire's status comes from genuine founder equity and long-term stewardship. She is publicly associated with the brand's philosophy and sustainability agenda. The lifestyle attached to this is exactly what Banyan sells, including private villas and spa enclaves. She is a clear case of co-created, globally recognized, asset-backed wealth. Number 6. Ho Ching. Building a resort empire is impressive. But our next woman once managed a fund for the entire nation of Singapore. Ho Ching is an electrical engineer by training and one of Singapore's most influential figures in state-linked business. She is married to former Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong. She served as CEO of Temasek Holdings from 2004 to 2021 and now chairs Temasek Trust. Under her watch, Temasek's net portfolio value grew from roughly 90 billion in the early 2000s to over 381 billion by the time she stepped down in 2021. It is crucial to note that Temasek is wholly owned by the Singapore government. Its funds are not her personal wealth. Her household sits at the top tier in terms of influence and security. But she is ranked here for the unprecedented scale of capital she has managed and her role within Singapore's power structure. Number 5. Celine Tang. Managing the state capital is one kind of power. Building a private property empire from scratch is another. Celine Tang, along with her husband Gordon Tang, has built a reputation as one of Singapore's most successful property investors. As the group managing director of Sing Hai Group, she is a major force in the real estate world, with a focus on both Singapore and the US. Forbes' 2023 list places the couple at about $790 million. Though some believe their wealth could be higher in stronger market years, their power is clear from the massive deals they pull off. They took their company Sing Hai Group private in a deal that valued it at about $493 million. They also led the privatization of another major developer, Chip Eng Seng, for around $565 million. On top of that, they have held large stakes in Suntec REIT, which manages a portfolio worth over $12 billion. Celine is often the public face of these huge transactions and sits on the boards, making her a central figure in the group's decisions. They own controlling stakes in developers, which means they are the landlords of malls, office blocks, and major residential projects. Number 4. Choo Geck Kim. While some build new empires, our next woman inherited a historic one and completely transformed it. Choo Geck Kim is the granddaughter of OCBC banking titan Tan Chin Tuan. She is the key strategist of the Tet Tady Straits trading ecosystem. As executive chairman of the Straits Trading Company, she transformed it into an active investor in real estate, hospitality, and resources. Forbes has estimated Choo Geck Kim and family at around $155 billion, placing her firmly in the billionaire tier in Singapore dollar terms. Straits Trading's market value and underlying assets back those numbers through transparent public filings. Her universe is classic establishment wealth. She is associated with blue-chip shareholdings and heritage mansions like the Tan Chin Tuan Mansion. She is also involved in high-level philanthropy and governance roles. Everything about her position is documented and audited. Number 3. Christina Ong. From a quiet legacy, we move to a woman who, along with her husband, is one of the most visible faces of luxury in Singapore. Christina Ong is the driving force behind the Como Group. This includes Como Hotels and Resorts, Club 21, and Como Shambhala. She is married to Malaysian-born Singapore-based tycoon Ong Beng Seng, founder of Hotel Properties Limited, HPL. Forbes has recently estimated their combined net worth at about $2.15 billion, placing them in the top tier of Singapore's wealthy. HPL, listed on the Singapore Exchange, owns and manages hotels and properties in Singapore, London, and global resort destinations. Como operates luxury resorts and fashion retail networks across Asia, Europe, and the US. Their wealth is visible in assets other rich people use. They have stakes and interests linked to properties such as the Four Seasons Hotel Singapore and Hilton Singapore Orchard. They also have Como resorts in the Maldives, Bhutan, and Bali, as well as major fashion franchises. Christina is recognized locally and internationally as an operator and tastemaker. Number 2. Xu Ping. It's one thing to build a luxury brand, it's another to build a global empire from a single hotpot shop. Xu Ping is the co-founder of Haidilao and the wife of Zhang Yong. She is explicitly recognized in filings and rich lists as a key architect and major shareholder of the hotpot empire. Haidilao International is listed in Hong Kong. Together with related businesses, it has generated multi-billion-dollar equity value. Forbes 2025 figures place Zhang Yong and Xu Ping at about $7.8 billion, or roughly $10.5 billion, in combined net worth. This is off earlier peaks but still at the summit of Singapore's individual fortunes. Their Singapore footprint is heavily documented. They purchased a good-class bungalow at Gallop Road for about $27 million. A second Gallop Road GCB was bought for about $42 million via a related party. This created a massive compound near the Singapore Botanic Gardens. An entity understood to be linked to their family also acquired 21 Collier Quay, a prime CBD office tower, for about $688 million in 2024. They also have a Singapore-based family office, Sunrise Capital Management, to manage their global holdings. Number 1. Mavis Khoo Oei. Finally, we arrive at number 1. While many on this list built their fortunes over a lifetime, our top spot belongs to a woman whose family wealth was supercharged in a single, multi-billion-dollar deal. Mavis Khoo Oei is the daughter of the late Khoo Teck Puat, once Singapore's richest man. He built major fortunes in banking and property. She serves as chair of the Goodwood Group of hotels, fronting the family's hospitality assets. The Khoo family's wealth was supercharged by the sale of their Standard Chartered Bank stake in 2006 for about $4 billion. Forbes' 2025 list values the Khoo family at about $10.1 billion, or roughly $13.6 billion. Their portfolio includes the Goodwood Park Hotel, York Hotel, and prime London properties. They also have substantial investments and are known for landmark philanthropic contributions like the Khoo Teck Puat Hospital. Mavis represents the continuity and stewardship of this capital. She preserves heritage hotels on Scots Road and guides a long-trusted brand. She also carries a family name deeply tied to nation-level assets and giving. This is entrenched, multi-generational money and places her at the top of our list. And there you have it, the incredible women at the very top of Singapore's wealth ladder. From hotpot empires to hotel dynasties, their stories are as diverse as they are stunning. But now, we want to hear from you. Who on this list surprised you the most? And who do you think we missed? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of wealth.